Hey everybody, Jamie Smith coming to you from 24/7 Sports Champ. Thank you for tuning in to this video. I want to do a quick piece real quick. I know it's a couple days after the draft, but I finally got through analyzing the draft grades, and I'm sitting here outside of my house in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a little cold out here today. I don't know why I got on a basketball jersey. If you notice, I have on a Tar Heel jersey. Down here for us, but we'll get into basketball in another program. So real quick, I brought out boom boom draft board. You'll notice this is my whiteboard. You'll see this a lot in my videos coming up here soon, so let's get right into it. We're going to the Cowboys draft. Number one, Dez Bryant. I gave him a plus because that's a big move for us. We really needed that. We have a lot of things going on as far as getting receivers in the right spot, and him on the other side of Miles Austin. I mean, just a big physical Brandon Marshall type receiver. Great hands. No real injuries throughout his career, so he's gonna come in, make an impact right away. I already got my number 88 jersey on order because they say he's gonna be wearing Michael Irvin's number, so that is awesome. Next, Sean Lee. Now, Sean Lee, he is a linebacker from Penn State. And now we know how those Big 12 linebackers are. They're rough, they're rugged, they can make a lot of plays. But the Big Ten linebackers are. But last time we drafted the Big Ten linebacker was Bobby Carpenter from Ohio State. And he didn't make as much of an impact as I thought he would. He's more of a finesse player. This guy, he's a paternal linebacker. He's supposed to be a little more rugged, a little more stable. He's supposed to be fast. He can do a lot of things. He's going to play inside with Keith Bricken and Brady James. He tore his ACL. That's a concern for me because those injuries are hard to come back from sometimes, especially with a lot of that lateral movement and stability. So I gave Sean Lee a B minus, as you can see there, B minus as a draft pick, only because he's a Big Ten linebacker, and like I say, I don't trust those because, like I say, the last time we drafted one, it didn't turn out too good. Next on our draft board, if I can say his name correctly, is Kawazi Owazu Asha. I don't even think I could say that right 100 times. I don't even know if they're going to spell it right the first time they put on his jersey. But this is a guy, he comes from a very small school, small conference. Definitely not a BCS conference. He can play corner. He can play safety. I gave him, as you can see, an incomplete right there. That's an incomplete. Just because you never know what you're going to get with those players. They could be great special team players for years. You can get a guy like T.O. from Tennessee, Chattanooga, and be a beast. You never know what you're going to get with those players. They couldn't even, maybe they won't even make the roster. So it's not enough out on him. I heard he has great ball skills, great intangibles. They want to put him in that 3-4 defense and see what he goes. But it's just not enough out on him. He didn't play against enough big competition for me to see what this guy can really do. So as you can see, he has an incomplete. Next, Sam Young. Now, this is the offensive lineman for Notre Dame. He is supposed to take Flozell Adams' place, which thank God Flozell Adams is gone. I mean, he's pretty decent out there, but I get so sick of his false starts every 5 plays. So he's going to be taking his place. I do like him. The only thing, he played at Notre Dame. He's going to be a smart kid, for one. You know that. He knows he's going to work hard. But the only thing, because he played in Notre Dame, they don't play enough great competition as far as playing against great defensive ends day in and day out in big conferences. So I'm a little bit worried about that when he's going to be playing against the Giants pass rush, the Eagles pass rush, the new Redskins pass rush. So that's going to be something we're going to have to take a look at. He did come from the same high school, however, as Michael Irvin down in Florida. So maybe that has something to do with why Jerry drafted him. Next on our draft board, we have Jamar Wall. Oh, yeah, I gave Sam Young a B, and that's just because I didn't see him play against enough great defensive ends up there. Okay, Jamar Wall. This guy has an A on my draft board. You see that A. And the reason I gave him an A is because he played in that Big 12 conference, and the reason that is because you know they're pass happy in the Big 12. You know he played against Dez Bryant. He defended against Michael Crabtree in practice, so he's played against great wide receivers and great pass happy offense schemes. So he's going to be able to play the ball and play the pass very well. They're talking about moving ball back to safety so he can play behind Terrence Newman and also behind behind Mike Jenkins. Well, Terrence Newman, he's losing a step. I don't know. He lost a lot of steps last year. It looked like he bulking up too much. He needs to slim back down. So he might be starting before the season's over somewhere because one, he's injured. Terrence Newman can get injured quick, and sometimes he just loses a step. I didn't see that same Pro Bowl Terrence Newman last year. I'm hoping he can come back. But Jamar Wall, Texas Tech DB, he gets an A from me. All right. Our last person on our draft board, Sean Lismore. Well, this guy right here, he played at William and Mary, and just like I touched on, playing at the smaller schools, you don't play against as much competition, and you just never know what they're going to do against NFL level competition. I watched a lot on this guy. One thing that stuck out: this guy's 300 plus pounds. He ran a 4.940. That is awesome. I mean, it was quarterbacks running 4.7s. So he can definitely get after the quarterback. He has an engine like Jay Ratliff. He just doesn't stop. And I think we can always use depth on our defensive line. And I think he's going to be a steal for us. And he's very, very athletic for his size. So as you can see, I gave him a B rating. And that's only because I don't know what kind of competition he played against, but I like his motor and I like what he can bring athleticism-wise. So overall, at the bottom, I give the Dallas Cowboys a A-, as you can see, for the draft. A-. We had a really good draft. We only had 6 picks, but we also have so much depth already on our team. I think we got better at wide receiver, better at defensive back, better on defensive line, offensive line. I think we addressed all areas that we really needed to address. Hopefully we can pick up some free agents as well. Hopefully a lot of guys can step up this year. So that's my draft success for my Dallas Cowboys. We got the NBA playoffs still going strong, so I'll be shooting a video on that soon. You'll see the whiteboard come back. So see you guys in the next broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to follow me on Twitter right there at the bottom of the screen for all your up-to-date sports information, news, scores, stats, everything you want to know. See you guys next time. This is Jamie Smith, 247sportschamp.com.